Spirit is saying, don't worry. There's something, a message that's coming in fast for you, but they want you to be still and at peace. There's been a lot of obstacles lately for you. Yeah. They really want you to rest. Rest easy. You'll be okay. Something is coming in, and it's because you've had so much passion here. There's also the page of wands that I got as well. You are so passionate. You're a student of life, and things have been very slow going for you. It's been really, really an uphill battle. You go up like a roller coaster, and then, you feel good about what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you drop off the radar, and you feel completely irrelevant and not knowing how to get back into visibility. But what you did with the new beginnings here, what you did is you went within and you decided that who you were wasn't what you wanted to be anymore. So you decided to shed that skin and that identity and what made you popular. It wasn't working anymore, and there was a lot of jealousy, there was a lot of envy around you. People who just didn't want you. Spoke the truth, and people like the truth until sometimes it leans towards some things that they've done here. Some people have a hard time moving on from things here. You're very strong, like you have a very strong backbone here. You'll stand up for yourself, and people misinterpret that as being aggressive here, but you're just trying to bring balance to unfair situations, because this often implicates you with conflict and defeat. You feel like you're going down the staircase instead of up the staircase. Spirit is saying right now, don't focus on the staircase, focus on one step. One small step is huge. You know in your heart that you're going to get to where you want, and you're going to be happy, because you don't have a specific goal tied to your happiness and your success. You have a life purpose. You know what you want to do, maybe in general, and help people. And how that happens is life's journey to show you. But Ace of Swords and Knight of Swords I was seeing before. Quick message, but a very meaningful communication is coming in about something here. Because you've been feeling stuck and kind of burnt out. You've really done what you can do to revive things, but it feels like things were really unbalanced still. So what's coming in now? It's going to reveal that there was some people, man and woman, maybe blocking your success in some way or not. They're being very heartless, whether they were being intentional with it or not here. Your passion is something that irritated their demons, because they don't have that passion, and you're getting recognition for it on top of it, something that they craved. These people want attention so badly, but they don't know how to get it in a good way. Yeah, you have a lot of passion here, and a lot of people around you. That's the antithesis of what they are. You're the sun, you shine light regardless, and sometimes the things that you shine light on are things people don't want others to see, and it makes them have to examine themselves and their life choices. And since they've met you, that's all they've really been doing, and they don't want to be doing it. Some people maybe actually have tapped into their intuition more, though, because of because you're very intuitive, so they've tapped into their intuition a lot more. But they've sometimes used it in bad ways here. They're jealous of your clarity of thought. Continue to stand, strong, and not to be afraid here, and to not worry. And just release what doesn't serve you right now. Because you're coming into a rebirth. The Hangman can represent that, when we're born, right? Sometimes we're born upside down most of the time. And the bat hangs upside down as well. Maybe a sign from Spirit this week that a rebirth is coming. But I do feel like there's a new beginning for you here. Definitely communication coming in after you feel like you've had to do all the talking in a situation here, or communicating. And there's been just very, not a lot of movement. You've been trying to move forward, but you can't. And you have so much passion, but you don't know where to put it. So sometimes it was manifesting in hostility and anger in a negative way, because you didn't have anywhere to put it. But know that you have choices. And don't let your anger get the best of you. Don't let it get too unchecked. At the end of the day, it's not worth it unless you really need to, A lot of these things aren't worth your energy in the end of the day. They might add up, they might be unfair, but when you look back and think about it, you realize how much it really wasn't about you, and it was about others that wanted to steal your light and steal your joy. and steal your thoughts for the day and energy in a way, right? Whether they meant to or not sometimes, right? People are not always conscious of these things completely, right? But yeah, it's like, it feels like it's an antithesis. Where you live or where you work is an antithesis of partnerships and alliances. It's very like loosely based cliques. Like, they're not tight cliques. They're not really tight with each other, but they serve with each other as somewhat of co-workers here to kind of gatekeep and oppress in a negative way and feel like they are the overseers of what's acceptable and what's not. But they haven't faced their own shadow sides to be able to really determine that for anyone, let alone a whole community or a work environment or industry here. Your truth, your justice, your balance. That's what you're bringing and representing to other people if they were to see it without being so coated with their feelings here. And you realize that. You're mature enough to realize that they're not going to understand, but you've planted the seed. Like the bee, you went to the pollen, you know. If they want to nurture that seed and grow it, then they can. But if they don't want to, it's there though. And we can't do anything about we can't do anything and control what people decide to do with something that we tell them might help them. That's helped us. I feel like you said that this helped you. You're leading by example. Maybe you did give advice. Maybe it was unsolicited, and maybe there was someone who was actually pretty mad. And I do feel like maybe you do trigger people a lot and you give unsolicited advice, and yeah, maybe like, you know, chill out about that a bit, because at the end of the day, as much as we want to help people, they need to be led to their own understandings of wanting to change. And sometimes we're not really, what's good for us isn't something that's good for them, vice versa, or what they're going through is not necessarily as bad here. So allow people to kind of come to their own conclusions here, even though I know most of it is through your heart, like your own experiences, and you want to save people from going through the same thing that you went through. But we have to let people make their own decisions and make their own mistakes and successes in life, you know. Sometimes the mistakes is how they become successful. I think that at the same time, it's like your nervous sisters, this is why, like, sister, maybe you're worried about your sister, or you have a connection with your sister, and it's like you feel like you're their caretaker, or you worry about them too much, right? But what I'm hearing is that at this point, it's not just for them, it's for you. Your nervous system, you worry, it's taking up time to focus on your goals and to move forward. And it gives them, your time away gives them time to move into their higher purpose, or however they decide they want to live their life. So set those boundaries for yourself, because it is for them, but it's also for you. And really rest your body and just take it easy right now. I'm hearing your nervous system is fried. Really, really rest your body and take it easy. And take a lot of breaks and be gentle and compassionate and honest with yourself. I hear you're going to need the strength. And I'm also hearing pattern, something about a pattern. I don't know if you're anticipating something that you might need a more emotional energy for. So yeah, rest up. You know, that's not a failure to take some time for yourself and do what you need to do to recharge, especially when you've been taking on so much. And know, going forward, with the wisdom of not taking on other people and wanting to fix them, or even, you know, support them in the way that maybe I'm feeling like this collective does, sometimes it goes overboard to kind of avoid their own issues and kind of focus on other people's, but not in always a criticizing way, maybe sometimes. But if you'd like a personal reading about more about this or any other energies or questions that you have, check out my pin post on my profile, and make sure you like and drop down below. I will set good boundaries and take it easy.